see. I wonder if it's working. Ooh, there we go. Check that in the top right. And let's see. Okay, that's something. So we're like that, and then I do window capture, video. Hmm. Let's just remove it, and we'll just make a new one. Display capture, game capture, media source? Is that what I need? It's the D double himself. Yo, what's up, Shocker? Good to see you, Thriller. I am trying to find... Maybe it works like this? Let's see. Oh, it does. Look at me go. Wow, I'm so smart. Damn, bro. Okay, cool. Thriller, I'm gonna be live like it'll either be 1 PST or 2 PST, and we're gonna do. It's kind of a. I'm gonna experiment with something here. We're gonna do I'm gonna do a live post-com draft analysis of me playing in a VGC league that I'm in. So, because I'm not super great at VGC, so I think me doing a live commentary of my or a post-com of my live play, probably a good idea. So I can try to get better at it because I suck. I'm super not great at VGC right now, so definitely gonna be better at it, but that's okay. Bro, you don't have to. I appreciate the love, man. You don't have to do that though. I'm gonna stream later. I'm gonna stream at like 2 o'clock ish. So, I mean, I could try to do now. I mean, we could go now. How long are you gonna be around? Are you gonna be around later? Cause if you're not, I'll go right now. Cause yeah, I'm bad at VGC as well. Yeah. Let's see if I can up the bit rate. Saying they want me at like 4,500. Should be a bit better. I don't know if it actually changed anything or not. Output, audio, video. I think so. I think I fixed it. Yeah, it fixed it. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's something at least. Should I chuck up the green screen? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just blow my stuff out and I'll throw up the green screen or the blue screen right now. We might as well just stream right now. Edit this here. Live VGC MDA Pokemon Draft League Review Week 1 and 2 review. Live chat, anyone, subscribers, yep, that's good. Slow mode, really don't turn on, but I'm just gonna make it skippable videos because I don't want anybody to get stuck on anything. We'll save it at that. There we go. Okay. Be a little loud. Music on in the background too. That'll help. Some tunes playing. All right. Breaking the fourth wall. Don't actually have a blue wall that I sit in front of. Okay. There you go. Okay. Guess I'll tweet out that we're live. That's a different one. We are live for the first time ever on the channel. Watching myself suck at VGC and trying to learn how to be a better player. All right. Then we just gotta get the shareable link. There it is. Copy that bad boy. Boom. And Twitter. Bang. And we'll chuck a. Okay. Gotta throw the brand up real quick. Make sure that we have the Freshen Up Energy logo up here. Ooh. Boom. Close that. Ooh, hard to see actually. I mean, it can kind of float there. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ah, it could be at my head. I don't really care that much. And then we'll check the other image up there. Gotta find it. There it is. Boom. Boom. Just slightly off. That's gonna bug me. There we go. Yep, that's fine. We're gonna call that fine. We call it good. Okay. I got the matchup for this one. I believe this is week 1. No, this is week 2, so we need week 1. My bad. We need think it's this one. This is week 1, yeah. All right. So, real quick, we're just going to hide all this. So this is the team that we brought. We're going to pause. So this is the Stinisha. I'm going to pull up my little team building thing here. It was this one. Yeah, okay. So this is Light Clay, like fully Spadef Alola Tails. Slitherwing is First Impression Banded. Urshifu Scarfed, Surging Strikes, Aqua Jet Ice Spinner. Sinistra, Strength Sap, Matcha Gotcha, Protect, Rage Powder, Citrus Berry. Covert Cloak on Articuno, Tailwind, U-Turn, Protect, Icy Wind. And Ayapa Berry, Toxic Chain, Tailwind Charm, Protect, Air Cutter, Pheasantipity, and a Toxic Chain. So, okay. So, what the thought process here is obviously, so like I'm going to lead Slither because I want to try to First Impression like something like a Lilligant, if that is an option. Lilligant is a Terra Captain though. I also do want to try to like catch a potential Wake on a lead, things like that. So it's a little tricky. A little tricky, to say the least. So this was against QSN. QSN's super nice person. This was actually a really fun battle. I was super underprepared for this Typhlosion, and I did not respect the Typhlosion enough. Him being Frisk too, like super sucked because him just knowing right away that I'm Banded Wing, was really not fun because now he's Scarfed, so he knows he outspeeds me anyways. But he didn't know that I wasn't like Akka Berry or anything like that. Like I could have been Akka and like caught him on one. And then Intimidate Luxray I did not respect at all. I didn't think Luxray would come in any situation in this matchup at all. And it just bodied me. For the most part, like this first game was super bad. I did not scout Typhlosion at all when I totally should have scouted Typhlosion, and I just didn't respect it. That was a huge issue for me, was just not respecting the Typhlosion when I really needed to. Like it catches everything on my team. Like I said, like it's one of those situations where you're kind of stuck turn 1, which is horrible. You never want to be stuck turn 1. In a situation where you can't do anything. And I was. So I just lose Slither for free. And then I lose Sinistra for free. And then we're down 0-2 just to start. So things I could have done differently. I could have scouted better. Should have scouted better on Typhlosion, 100,000,000%. And then 2, I should have prepped better right off the hop and respected the fact that Intimidate Luxray is actually super annoying into my team because I do not have a ground type. Urshifu Rapid, Pheasantipity, Alola Tails, Slitherwing, Sinistra, Articuno, Mabostip, Arbok. So not having a ground type and then not respecting the electric type on the other side of the field, even though it is a lower, like it's a low tier electric, like don't get it twisted, like it is still a Luxray, but Luxray into this team, outside of offensively checking it, what do I do? Like legitimately, what do I do? Because like Crunch bodies Sinistra, especially next to Typhlosion, heavily pressures it. Pheasantipity is not exactly the most physically defensive Pokemon in the world. Slither, bodied by the Typhlosion beside it. Mabostiff might have been an option, like Guard Dog Mabostiff, but I didn't really think about it in prep because, like, once again, I just completely discredited everything to do with the Mabo, like the Luxray as a whole. Yo, Danny, what is up, my dog? Good to see you. We're going over why I'm bad at VGC for this MDA league that I'm in. Actually, I want to put that logo on the screen because it's actually a really awesome league. It's ran by Incog. I want to do this like once a week where I go over my MDA game in a stream because it's just way more fun than trying to make a video for something like VGC where it's very slow or it's very fast. Like you either lose VGC immediately. You're not bad, you're strong and so handsome. That's heat. Yeah, you either lose VGC games like immediately, and then your commentary is really shit, or they're super long and drawn out, and it's really hard to like talk through it and like be entertaining in my opinion. So I'd rather just do a live stream where I sit down and I go over it and I try to see like what I should have done differently in terms of thinking patterns and stuff. Because honestly, I feel like that's the only way you can improve with VGC. Like draft, you can mock and do all that kind of stuff and everything like that. But draft for VGC, like if you are bad at VGC, it is going to be exposed. Like I'm not horrible, but it's a whole different monster. D-Ray's here too. Yo, what's up, D-Ray? Hope your day's going well. But yeah, I want to start streaming a little bit more, and this is a really easy way for me to kind of sit down and have a little bit more conversations about it. I am gonna chuck some music on in the background in a couple of minutes here, but I'm trying to find the MDA logo just so I can have it on the screen for the post video because I do really like the logo. Incog, shout out Incog. He put this league together, and it's super super nice. Like I really like everything that he's using in it. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna like the logos are awesome. He's got some really cool stuff for thumbnails and things like that. So I'll make a thumbnail for when we upload the video after the fact. And there's the MDA logo. So boom, little top right corner. It there we go. MDA. All right, so yeah, that's my team there and everything. And I just kind of got bodied turn one. So, you know, we needed to basically reset here. We have Urshifu. We have Alola Tails left, as you can see. So I go Alola Tails and Urshifu because there's no other options at this point. Holy crap. Yo, what is up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. I do need to get some tunage going in the background here, but that'll be in a couple minutes. I want to get through game one of this set at least. Here I'm thinking Surging Strikes obviously into Flosion because I know it's Scarf now and my Urshifu's Scarf, so I'm kind of screwed there. The beauty of this is we're Terra Water Ninetales, so I know for a fact I can at least get off an attack, and at this point I'm just playing for differential because differential does matter in the league. Every time you lose a Mon, you know, you're kind of in a position. I know I'm going to kill Typhlosion. I could have Veiled here, which would have been probably the better play. But considering this Ninetales on his side can come in, I just decided against it. We made the hard call that this Ninetales was going to come in. I could have doubled into that slot. It would have been shiesty, but it's just, you know, we're not. I just wasn't in a position where I was feeling very confident in the battle. So he does, you know, I get my Terra off and everything like that. And then on, you know, I kill Flosion, which means Flosion wasn't Scarf, which sucked. And 3 crits is actually not going to be enough to kill Flosion because the sun is up, which if I doubled into this slot would have been awesome, but I was a baby, and now I do take some extra chip from it. It's nothing major, obviously. Like it's the least least amount of damage possible, basically, because once eruption's like below, once you're below, I think it's below 20%. Like everything's basically the same roll for it. Like you're the difference between like a 20 damage move and a 10 damage move. So it's not hurting all too much, but I still kind of threw. And then because Luxray got switched out, this is kind of an easy switch for QSN to make. Just gets to go back into Luxray, and this intimidates my Ursh, which sucks because you're just taking a little bit more chip and more chip and more chip, and then you're also losing every aspect of your damage output. We do actually pick up the KO here on the Ninetales, thank God. The problem being first Mon dead, so now we're down 3-2, but I threw turn one. I just completely bombed turn one where I gave up Sinistra and I gave up Slitherwing for no reason. I completely goofed on the fact that Hisuian Typhlosion has Eruption, and I played poorly turn one, and I got punished for it. So, deservingly so, we're in a position where I have to basically luck out, and QSN has to throw. And unfortunately, it doesn't really work out that way because of how freaking bulky this damn Luxray is, man. This thing is thick. It just ate. Like, I get the sun is up, but those are strikes, man. That's surging strikes. That's not a weak move. Thank God I'm Spadef Ninetales, or I would not have taken that because that is Life Orb. And then we freeze dry back. It's not Yachi, which is nice. So we do actually pick up another KO on Wake. But once again, we're in a position where there is still a Typhlosion in the back. There is still sun up. Wild Charge comes out. My Urshifu dies because it dies. And yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. He made the correct play. Doubling, or not doubling, but attacking into Urshifu. I could have doubled into the Luxray, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. He'll see Clay here. I do outspeed, but I have to get the correct play, and freeze dry at this point into the Luxray is basically all I have. I could have tried to kill Typhlosion, but Luxray has Wild Charge, and I know it's going to try to kill my Ninetales, so my play here, is Prey, but Flosion outspeeds because we're no speed on our tails, and I lose to a Solar Beam. So, set one, match one there, not ideal, but could have been worse. Definitely learned from it. So we run it back. So, as you can see, team on screen. This time I'm thinking Fez, because Fez matches up really well into Typhlosion. And then I'm like, I need to bring a Lola Tails. We have to, because it beats Wake every single time unless the sun is up. But it still can kind of like chew. And then the plan after this is like go Ursh with it. Sinistra is really, 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 really good. And it kind of proves why it's good. Coupled with the Toxic Chain pressure and the ability to set Tailwind with Rage Powder and then have Urshifu also in the back, makes it really, 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 really nice into a lot of this team. And because Sinistra has Heat Proof as one of its abilities, it's really nice for it to kind of be sneaky and hidden away from everything else. So, it could just live. It just lives hits that you don't expect it to live, especially fire type attacks. Being heat proof, it is super, super nice to just live a random fire attack. In the sun, not as much. But that is what it is. So here, this is obviously Chlorophyll Lilligant. And Lilligant can Terra, or Sandy Shocks can Terra, and I'm fairly confident that this will be Terra Lilligant. I do want to Tailwind specifically so that I can at least have Ursh potentially outspeed in the back, as long as the Lilligant doesn't victory dance. And I know I can outspeed Ninetales at least with Sinistra and Pheasantipity once the tailwind's up. So, you kind of have to make a hard call here of, is it going to Terra, is it not? I decided it's going to Terra. Glad to see you streaming, though, for real. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing these, like, once a week type thing where I sit down and try to get better at VGC. Specifically this draft shit. Because draft VGC is even harder than regular VGC, I think. My opponent doubles the Ninetales out into Wake, which is a really good play. Considering, like, I could have done anything here. We are Terra flying on the Fez, specifically for Lilligant and for the Air Cutter boost. Just to have a little bit of additional damage on top of the Toxic Chain. I'd protect here as, unfortunately, this thing victory dances, which sucks. Sucks a little bit. But there's nothing I could really do about it. Like, it's going to be better. Yeah, because regular VGC either goes what's meta and what's anti-meta and best of one cheese. Exactly. Like, VGC ladder is just... VGC ladders is try to cheese out your opponent. But this, yeah, you have to play your mind out, which it sucks. Sometimes it sucks. But when you get shit right, you feel like a genius. Like, it is even more rewarding than singles draft in terms of, like, feeling smart while you play. D-double plays doubles, who would have thought? I suck at doubles. D-double is no bueno at doubles. Very not good. What's up, Q? Good to see you, man. We chew that because Pheasantipity is an absolute unit. Air Cutter comes out. This is going to body the Lily. Doesn't kill it because I'm not Technician. But we do get the Toxic Chain on the Wake, which is a big reason why I wanted to run Fez. I actually played Liv in like a video for her channel, and she used Pheasantipity with like Dazzling Gleam against me, and it just kept bullying me and getting Toxic Chains like every 3 seconds. So Steam comes out. Fez actually eats a Hydro Steam from Life Orb, special attack boosted, Walking Awake in the sun. Crazy. First off, OMG, is that Coach the Evans and Corley's the handsome and funny D-double taking over VGC? I am the farthest thing from taking over VGC, Thomas. I am like terrible at draft VGC, but I'm trying to get better. So I'm a Pheasant believer now after the vid I posted it. Dude, Pheasantipity is truth. This thing is not that bad. I know MV just used it in Showdown Live too. It's really good at like stall breaking. I'm a big fan of the Technician sets, in my opinion. I think it's really fun offensively. He's so humble, too. Dude, I am the first person to say when I am dog shit at something. Like today... Oh, yeah. Also, hard axe kick read. Easy. Let's fucking go. Big chew. I'm the first person to say when I'm bad at something because there's no point in fronting when you think... Like, I never think of... I think fronting's... What the fuck is an axe kick? Axe kick is I think it's 120... 120-90 or 120-90 move or 110-90 move. It's like the new signature fighting move for everything. Stop, Owen. Good to see you. Sinistra pops its citrus here. That seems like bad close combat. Yeah, it's basically like close combat met high jump kick. So it's like the worst of both. Shocks I know at this point can Terra because the Lily didn't. I hate that. What the fuck? Yeah, man. Axe kick. New move. Low kicks runs it. Tell Biddy to run CC. Oh, man. High risk, high reward. Here I'm going to matcha. Sinistra actually eats another fire move from the Ninetales because of the berry. Because of citrus, I can take one more, which is super dope. So I go into my Ninetales. This gets rid of the sun. This was a big reason why I saved my Ninetales for this. Because I didn't want to get caught up by... Yeah, I forgot bro has heat proof. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Sinistra is like sneaky good. This thing is so good in VGC. I cannot stress how much I love this thing in a VGC format. Like I have it next to Urshifu Rapid, and even if I'm completely out of a game, because I'm not super great, like I said, even if I'm completely out of a game, I still have a chance to win. It's annoying as fuck. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. It is extremely difficult to deal with. We do get the burn on shocks, which is nice. It being Terra Steel is a little scary. My favorite part about this though is because Shocks has the spinning thing on its head. The hat moves with it, which is like the greatest thing in the world. Look at that. Sinister just munched. Absolutely munched. That took like what? How much was that? Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm at 240. 240. And this is Ninetales. Heat Wave. 240 to 162. I took less than 80 damage from a Heat Wave. I get it's a spread move and it's not in the sun anymore and it is a Ninetales, but that is still a fire move with 95 base power that I eat. I lose my Tailwind here, but I can set Veil because I should, fingers crossed, outspeed Shocks. The alternative play is not doing that and Rage Powdering to keep it. Like I can Rage Powder and then and keep my Veil like safe, or I can double. In this situation, I believe I just click Protect because I'm baby, but I might have Rage Powdered. I'm trying to remember. No, we do just Protect, yeah. Yep. So Sinister protects. I get to keep it around because I want to keep Rage Powder for Ursh because Ursh can win this game at this point. And then losing Ninetales doesn't hurt too bad. So here it's pretty free Urshifu. Fez is also not the worst option because I can reset Tailwind. But I don't necessarily need to do that because I'm already Scarfed. So it really just comes down to like what I want out of it. And because Shocks is burned, it's like slowly getting into range of anything I'd want to do to it. But Urshifu can literally just come in now and click a button, which is awesome. So go Ursh. This is a pretty easy CC into the Shocks. It can't protect because it breaks protect, and then I'm just gonna Rage Powder in case the Ninetales tries to fire off like a solo move or like a Will-O-Wisp or something like that into Urshifu. Ursh gets the CC off. It blows up the Sandy Shocks as expected. And then at this point, once everything dies and the Sandy Shocks goes through its very sparkly animation. Fainting Terra Pokemon is like one of the coolest things that Pokemon's made, in my opinion. I think it looks beautiful. So we do get the Will-O-Wisp read, right? Sinistra avoids, which, doesn't really matter because I actually take half burn damage because of Heat Proof. So instead of it being, I think it's 1/16th, I think I take 1/32nd? A 30-second, I don't know. How much is burn damage? Is this a 16th or an 8th? I think it's a 16th, or it could be 12th. Anybody watching know burn damage offhand? It's satisfying to see. Yeah, absolutely. It's so sparkly and nice. So I win game 2, which is nice. Saves us a little bit of differential, which is a big part. Especially with you only have 4 mons a game. If you lose 0-4 twice, you're just -8 right off the hop. 6%, I don't know the number. 6%, so that's 6 times 32 is not quite 100. It's way more, so couldn't be that. I think it's not a 12th either then. An 18th? What's 6 times 18? 6 times 18. 108. So it's not 6 times 16? 16th? Somewhere in the middle of that. Could be a 16th. Might go with the 16th. Final answer. We'll lock it in. $1 million question. Game 3 now. And because he didn't bring Typhlosion last game, I'm fairly convinced that it is coming this game. The tricky part is I also don't trust that he doesn't do the sun thing again with Lilligant. Now, we did handle it relatively well last time, but I also I can't throw to the Typhlosion again. So I do go a little more aggressive, I believe, on the lean here. I think I end up with Fez plus it's either Sinistra or Ursh, and I can't remember if I try to Rage Powder Tailwind turn 1 or if I try, yeah, it's I might have changed this last second. I know I have to bring Ninetales every single one of these matches just because he has Ninetales, and I need to win the Weather War. It also cripples like half his team. One of the most frustrating things about VGC draft is I think you can 100% predict the strat coming, but sometimes you just can't stop it. Exactly. So like I knew Weather was coming for sure because Chlorophyll, Lilligant, Sandy Shocks, and Walking Wake. Like that just makes sense. The issue that I messed up with was I didn't assume Luxray, and that was a hard throw on my part. So, this game kind of exposes me a little bit for that. Game 1 was way worse because I just lost 2 Pokemon off rip. Like I just turn 1 lost 2 Pokemon, and there was nothing I could do about it. Like I just caught a body immediately, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible just catching a body. But what can you do, right? Like you set yourself up in these situations to try to play better. I do protect here because I don't want to lose my Sinistra turn 1 to Typhlosion again, and I'm kind of hoping he doubles into the Sinistra spot. I know for a fact Pheasantipity can take Eruption really easily. It's super, super bulky. And then yeah, like barely, not quite half, and Luxray even doubling into it doesn't kill it. Considering I assumed it was a bulkier Luxray at this point, so I could play to a point where I don't lose anything turn 1. Living on 10 HP, no bonus points for me, but what can you do? Thank God for IAPA. I love pinch berries. It is like the greatest thing ever in Pokemon to have a pinch berry because you can set yourself up in positions, especially in VGC, where things are very like, I need to live one of these plus this or one of these plus this. Like it's not often, not being 2-hit KO'd. Sometimes it's not just being OHKO'd and then having to be doubled into again next turn to kill you, which is super nice. Me protecting with Sinistra there does suck a little bit, but it's a good play from QSN. Like, that's just QSN being a better player than me and hard calling it, knowing, like, I have to click Protect or I lose my Sinistra, right? Because Eruption at full HP from Typhlosion just nukes. Like, even through Heat Proof, it nukes. Like, I'd be very low, I'd pop my Citrus, but, then I'm dead next turn. Not really worth it. I need to keep it around, especially considering it can beat things like a Lilligant in the back. Like, if it was Ninetales Lilligant, I have to make that call. Makes a good double here with Luxray into his Ninetales to get the additional damage on Eruption into this turn, which is a really smart play from QSN. I do Terra here specifically because I want to maximize air cutter damage. The problem with this is it just doesn't work. Because of how strong sun boosted Eruption is, it's just, you'll see it here. Yeah. I just get cracked. And then Urshifu's below 50% HP. We do have Tailwind up at this point, which is nice. However, yeah, it's a little bit of a lost cause. I can go my Alola Tails, though, get rid of his sun. But he can always double around. Yeah, Eruption nukes. Dude, this thing is crazy. Sun-boosted Typhlosion is absolutely nuts. This and the Luxray were the two things I didn't really respect enough. And I really should have. I should have brought Mavostiff in hindsight over the Articuno. I thought Articuno would be a little bit nice for tailwind support, and it's a good wake check. But I was wrong. And at the end of the day, sometimes you're wrong. So I strikes into the Ninetales here because I don't want to catch a Will-O-Wisp because I saw it from last game, and I know that's the only way I can actually kill the Ninetales. Not having the sun up for this eruption, benefit, problem, used my Terra already on Pheasantipity, so I can't Terra Water my Alilitails. So we're now in a position where, thank God I get a Veil up, because if I didn't, I would have lost my Urshifu, but Ninetales is now basically 2-hit KO'd. And now I catch an Intimidate. The odds of this Typhlosion protecting, pretty high. Luxray, still a problem. I do still have Sinistcha in the back, but we don't know his final Pokemon, so kind of have to make a hard call here, which is always hard. I double into the Typhlosion, and unfortunately, I probably should have doubled into the Luxray, because Luxray at this point beats me. I could have killed Shocks next turn, but I also don't think I kill Luxray. It was so bulky. I made my wife a VGC Sun team with Typhlo. She was taking names of it. Dude, it's crazy. Like, I never really thought about it in the builder. I thought he had better stuff that he could bring, but obviously that's just me being a little bit more inexperienced in the doubles format, specifically VGC draft. Like, I was solid VGC like 2017. You know, like I had a couple teams. I was pretty good. But definitely coming back into it, not near as confident a player. Still can make some plays, but definitely not near as confident a player as I used to be. So it is what it is. So he gets to bring his Typhlosion back out. It's good Volt Switch. Don't have to do anything about it. And because he Volt Switched, it lets him, set up any kind of mon that he wants here on the back end. I have to go back into my little Sinistcha. Sinistcha at this point, because Typhlosion is full HP, I don't think I've taken VGC seriously since 2018 when I played in Portland Regionals, but it's still fun from time to time. VGC is honestly, I think, VGC is a little bit better than singles right now, at least for me. I like singles draft a lot more than I like VGC draft, but I'm also dog shit at VGC draft, so that probably goes hand in hand. If I was better at it, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more, but I'm losing at it, so it's a little frustrating. But it is, pardon me, it is a fun mental exercise. Like, VGC is a very fun mental exercise. Interesting now, though. Yeah, I think there a lot has changed with VGC up until this point. As you can see, Sinistcha with the Veil up absolutely ate a full HP Eruption. I Strength Sap the Luxray. This is kind of just me praying at this point that I can get through it. Try to maintain as much HP as possible, because this crunch is going to hurt. Yeah. It moved us out of our Citrus Berry range, so in hindsight, I could have Mached. At this point, I know I lose to Typhlosion, so I'm not going to extend it anymore. I am going to lose to QSN Week 1. We do lose 2-1, but differential not super great on it, unfortunately. I believe total differential on that game, I lose, -3. So not horrible. 2-1 -3 is not the worst thing in the world. At least it's a fair showing. But one of those situations where you definitely think to yourself you could have played better. I think if I didn't throw game 1, I could have been in a way better position, and I think bringing Mapostiff would have been much better for me. But QSN brought some stuff, and I didn't respect it enough. QSN kind of showed me anything, like, not anything is usable, but like I need to be more attentive to these lower tiered Pokemon. So that's an L for me, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Definitely not as unfortunate as next game, however. This one was frustrating, to say the least. So this one, I'm playing against Cherry Mancake. Love Cherry. Cherry's awesome. Super, super, super nice guy. Um, so I'm real quick. I'll get Cherry's team for y'all. Give me 2 seconds here. So Cherry's team, he's rocking out with Annihilate, Tornadus, Hatterene, Gastrodon, uh, Chiyu, Lurantis, Copperajah, and Rotom Frost. That's the last one. Trying to think of the images that are used. Was it this one? Nope. We'll replace this real quick. So this is the matchup right here. I wouldn't look at KD because it's going to spoil it a little bit for yourself, but that's okay. So Ape, Torn, these can Terra, which is kind of nuts considering we can only Terra A tiers. Being able to be Terra Ape is super, super clutch, and Terra Torn is definitely something to not be slept on. This game is unfortunate for a myriad of reasons, but we'll let it play out because this is our week 2. I can confidently say this is a game I wish I played better. Now I am Snowscape because I did think Manual Sun Tornadus had a really, really good matchup into me. As you can see, as I moved it too far, there we go. As you can see, Manual Sun into me is really frustrating, especially when he has a Chiyu. Because Manual Sun, with like this Tails being out, super frustrating. Super, super, super frustrating. And there's just nothing I can really do to control that. Like, I have no way around Manual Sun. So Snowscape is the main way, and then I'm Mental Herb in case it's Taunt, Torn to beat Veil. So I kind of try to cover all my bases with it. The issue, though, is like Terra Torn is absolutely a something that he could have brought. Ooh, VGC. Yo, welcome back, Dashing. Yeah, so Terra Torn, absolutely something he could have brought. And game 1 at least didn't. So Dell training for Toronto. Unfortunately, I have an accounting midterm, so I can't go to Toronto. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed about it. Because basically everybody's going, and I really wanted to see everybody. So, but school comes first. I had my first of the 2 accounting midterms today. I think I bombed it, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, probably not my best showing, but it is what it is. So, that's also why PRs for UNPL are a little delayed. But I do have something really fun in mind for them, so those will hopefully be up tomorrow. But right now, just go over these games. It does crit me with the Heat Wave, which sucks. And I do get a bunch of dodges, and I've basically lucked my way through this entire first turn. And I kill Chiyu, and life is good. I got lucky. VGC is a scam. 100% accurate moves only. I sham my way through turn 1 here, which is sick. It's hard going into business, so very simple. Yeah. No. I think accounting is the only course I would 100% say like I'm not confident in. I passed all my other midterms for sure, but this one, not my best showing, not at all. The dude next to me though cheated, and I did bring that up with the teacher. And I know you shouldn't snitch, but like I studied my ass off for this exam. Studied my ass off. Like I did study sessions. I studied after work. I haven't been in like Discord calls all week. I've been only active like after midnight basically. Even my own videos, like I've been barely getting edits done and things like that for them because I've been trying to fucking get this accounting thing sorted out and try to figure it out and learn, and it just didn't work out too well for me. You snitched? I 100% snitched. Dude was using Chat GPT to get through this accounting exam, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't study." So I was like, hell no, you get a better grade than me. Screw that. I'm not a fan of that. Academic integrity, man. If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail on my own merits. I will yeah, absolutely. Yeah, use ChatGPT. Before the test, he's like, hey man, do you believe in unity? And I was like, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm gonna keep it a stack. He's like, ah. I was like, how much you study? He's like, oh, like not at all. I'm just gonna ChatGPT my way through it. I was like, holy shit. They know ChatGPT now. He's gonna fail anyways. The problem is it's accounting. So like if it shows them the math, there's nothing they can really do to prove that he didn't do the math. So I made sure to tell the teacher. But when I told her, she like looked at me and she was like, I don't know if it helped him all too much after looking over this. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, how do you think you did? And I was like, I probably failed, but at least I know I didn't cheat. And then I walked out. So, um, but I mean, it's a first midterm. You know, you kind of look at the first midterms and you use them as like study points for going forward. Um, I do want to point out something here, and it's a little unfortunate. Can anybody in the chat tell me what's wrong with this picture? Give you a couple seconds, you know, get your answers in, lock them in. Because there is something noticeably wrong with this, and it is truly unfortunate. And it's no one's fault but my own for not like quadruple checking. However, like it is totally preventable. Yeah, no. Take a second. Something's wrong, don't worry. I promise you. You may not notice it off first rip, but there is very much something. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Level 50 Urshifu, ladies and gentlemen. Just the most talented individual I am. And this comes into play big time, which is super unfortunate because I honestly think if I was level 100, I actually had a chance at winning because it is AV Ursh. So it can take things like a Psychic from a Chiyu if it's like specs. It just lives a bunch of hits and it outspeeds a bunch of stuff. Game 1, we do get very lucky though. Thank God I luck out of this game. We protect on a Rage Fist turn. My goal is to just avoid hitting this thing at all cost. Gastro slides into protect, and it does hit my Slither for like negligible. It's gonna do 5 damage to Gastron. Yeah, the issue is I had Trailblaze on my Urshifu. Here I Willow into it. This is actually Scarf Slitherwing with Will-O-Wisp, specifically for Ape in case it gets out of hand. Because Bulk Up Ape is really scary, but most VGC does not run like Arrest Talk. So I get the Willow off, and then because I have stuff in the back, this is basically a wrap. I can just start attacking things, and I don't have to worry as much about like him Rage Fisting and stuff like that. He bulks up once. It's just a little annoying, but you know what can you do? But I matcha and into a protect, which sucks. And then 8 misses. Obviously, I've been extremely lucky up until this point, so I'm not gonna complain. Because I've been kind of coasting on beginner's luck here. So, but it's fine. Sinistra can do kind of the same thing this turn if I want it to. Don't have to worry about it too much. I am gonna chuck a Willow into Gastro, and then I think I don't harden Urshifu. I think I go. What do? I think I go back tails. No, we stay. A matcha. Yeah, there we go. So I Willow, and I miss again. But once again, it's Willowing into Gastron. It's just to reduce rock slide damage. So it's nothing crazy. Rage Fist here does not kill my Sinistra. And this week, Sinistra was Pinchberry. So it had already popped it at this point. I missed the match on the Gastro, which would have been super nice to get my HP back. Because now I died to Ape. At least Rage Fist from Ape, especially after the Rock Slide damage. So a little unfortunate there, but what can you do? Realistically, nothing. Nothing. That's the correct answer of what you can do. But luckily, Cherry's internet kind of crashed on him. So we get the win in round 1. You get the forfeit, cop out 4-0. So it did take a little bit to get back into things. We got settled, blah, blah, blah. All right, so go back into it. I bring the Urshifu again, unbeknownst. I just can't believe I did this. This, I will say, I am going to go a little bit quick through this, and then I do have to go after, but that's okay. I'll try to do like a proper stream at least, once a week. This is kind of the first one I wanted to test stuff out. But the fact that, people have showed up, you guys have been awesome. I really appreciate it. It'll be probably just over like an hour-ish stream here, so. So we just wait for Cherry at this point, blah, blah, blah. I lead Fez Ninetales into Rage Fist Torn again, or Rage Fist into Annihilate Torn. I don't want Tornadus getting away with anything, but I also would love to be able to get like a Toxic off on something. I actually taunt into the Ape because I don't want it to bulk up. Here I Veil. If he's Sunny Day, he's Sunny Day. There's nothing I can realistically do about it, but we need to have Veil up. And that's just a fact of life. Is you need to have your Aurora Veil always available here. So Chiyu comes out, does suck a little bit because this thing's a nuke. So he tears his Ape again. It's a good play. Terra Water Ape, pretty decent bring in to me at least, in my opinion. We get our Veil up, which is nice, gives us longevity. If we had a level 100 Urshifu in the back, we'd be in a really, really good spot at this point, especially because Ape can't bulk up anymore, which is great. Ape is basically just a sitting duck. It can't boost its attack. It can only hit into things. I fire off an Air Cutter here because I'm trying to proc a Toxic on one of these things. I do Terra Fire and I do Freeze Dry into the Ape. Kind of the safest way to keep Chiyu around without, or keep Alola Ninetales around. Whew, sorry guys, very tired. That exam took a lot out of me today. Easiest way to keep Alola Tails around and still punish the Annihilate, which is a big thing, so. So Freeze Dry comes out, Ape's going to take a good chunk of damage, and I freeze it. So we continue our luck, which is awesome. Dark Pulse comes out, nukes my Ninetales. Really good play, crits me back, so a little bit of this, a little bit of that to both sides. Ape's frozen solid now, which objectively better than poison. However, like, I wouldn't have been upset with a Toxic on it. Like, and as you can see, Air Cutter does nothing. It's just really here for a spread move that can not do -5 to Chiyu and Terra Water Ape. So, could have brought Gleam, I guess, but Cutter in my head made more sense. Like, I wanted something to hit Contrary Lurantis. Gleam is not bad, but I don't know. I think I might have over-prepped myself in that situation where it's like you're prepping for something that you just don't need at all. Ape gets withdrawn. Gastro comes back out. Now, this would be a great situation if it wasn't Yachi Gastro, which is a really good bring. Chunks, not going to complain about it at all. But based on that, it wouldn't have killed anyways. Thank God, Terra Fire on Alola Tails, so we do end up living that. And then I fire off the Air Cutter. Toxic Chain gets the Gastro, which is humongous because of the two. Definitely more staying power in Gastrodon than the Chiyu. However, this turn, Um, with no tailwind on my Chiyu, it's kind of just sitting here and firing off air cutters, which isn't great. It's not offering a ton of value. I definitely think I should have brought. I mean, I could have brought Tailwind over the Heat Wave too. I brought Heat Wave for the Caparaja. Like, realistically, I could have been Taunt, Protect, Tailwind, Dazzling Gleam, and been fine. Just not overcomplicated it, but I did. So, no one's fault but my own in that sense. I fire off Freeze Dry. It is prevented, which does suck a little bit. Protect is always a good play in that situation. Heat Wave comes out, hits both. Fez lives on 1 HP. After another crit, this thing is so bulky on the special side. Like, it is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. We do get a bonus point for that, too. As Fezandipity pops its berry. Yep, there we go. Cutter comes out. Protected into the Gastrodon. Nothing happening there. So it hits Chiyu. I do get the Toxic Chain on the Chiyu now, which is nice. A little bit of chip damage. Overtime still there, so big benefit at least. And this is the part where it's super, super unfortunate. I'm level 50 on Urshifu. Because Urshifu at this point can win. Like, I Trailblaze this turn, and it's basically over. So, does suck. Does suck a lot. Because AV is, yeah, like, would have killed the Gastro. Then we can kill Chiyu with a Jet after. Especially after a turn of toxic damage. But, yeah, just an unfortunate turn of events. And it's no one's fault but my own. Like, I live this Psychic too, which sucks. I would have lived the Psychic. I thought it was a crit initially, because A, there's Aurora Veil up, and B, I'm Assault Vest. And we ran Calx, me and Cherry did, because we were both confused. We were convinced that that this was like Chiyu did something, or my game was bugged, or like Assault Vest was broken, or literally trying to figure out anything. And it turns out I was just hard coping. So game is over from this point. Hospitality comes out, heals my Fezandipity back up. I was Hospitality Sinister this week because Heatproof Chiyu. Still no bueno. Still dying. Whether it be to Dark Pulse or Flamethrower, I am still catching a body. So, not going to change anything there. Hospitality just kind of made sense to give a little bit of longevity to whatever I was next to. And unfortunately, Fezandipity just can't close this out. It's just not possible for it at this point. Psychic comes out. Good play. I lose Fez. I mean, in a turn, I lose Fez. But you guys understand. The residual from the talk, like, this is what I mean, where it's like, that's... Chiyu wouldn't have lived, Gastro dies, like, why am I dumb? Why am I so dumb? It sucks a lot, because you could play better than this, and then you just put yourself in situations where, Chiyu goes down to Sinistra. I just threw. End of the day, I just threw. So, unfortunate to say the least. Fez dies, I lose. And then I still can't figure it out. For the next game, I bring the Mabo this time around. Because Hatterene does the same thing to me, too. Which is can't believe I did it. I can't believe I just threw it all the way. It sucks. Sucks a lot. Spoiler, we do lose this week. It's 100% because I brought level 50 Urshifu. Because Urshifu, level 100, would have won that second game and we would have been out of here. But instead, I just threw. There's nothing you can do about that, though. That happens a lot. It just happens. You know, sometimes you're dumb, and you just need to hold that. Like I said, I will hold my mistakes. I will also hold when I am not overly educated on something or anything like that because there's just no point fronting. You know, I messed up. It's no one's fault but my own. Ninetales comes out. You know, Chiyu protects. Nothing I can do. It fails. Mabo gets bodied. Blah blah blah. I get Veil up again, and then Hat's kind of low. Mabo's kind of low. I throw in a helping hand turn, and then this turn killed me because I couldn't figure out. So I trailblazed here into the Chiyu, and I rage powdered because I knew I could live the hits I needed to, and I needed to be able to like I knew if this was Dazzling Gleam Heat Wave, I was fine, and the trailblaze into the protect would have went through, and we would have outsped the next turn. Ugh. So it goes through and it does negative damage. I am faster now, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I should live this Dazzling Gleam. We didn't live the Dazzling Gleam. And Veil is up. Like, AV Veil is up. And I made the right play, and I did everything right, and I just lost because I am silly. But yeah, what can you do, you know? Like, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And unfortunately, today we were shit. But that's okay. I had a lot of fun. I'm actually having a ton of fun with the VGC aspects of everything. It is very much a learning curve, though. One that I have yet to figure out how to succeed with. So, but yeah, that's gonna wrap the stream. It's just a shorter one this week, just a little 1 hour thing. Probably gonna try to make these longer in the future. I know for a fact I am gonna make them longer in the future, but just today, just a quick little 1 hour stream. I do want to say thank you to everybody that like came out and everything like that. People who've been chatting, Dashing, thank you. Ant, Danny, much appreciated. Owen, thanks for popping in. Thomas, thank you for popping in. Good to see you. Q, thanks for the shout. Good to see you, man. D-Ray for coming in. And then also big thank you to Thriller for the little $10 donation, man. That's super appreciated. Goes a long way. Just goes back into the channel. You know, stuff like the green screen, stuff like graphics, me sitting down and editing a little, you know, trying to, that stuff's very motivating. When you see people, you know, willing to support you like that, it only makes you want to push harder for this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your whatever day today is. Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, I'll catch you.